Hi friends, welcome to a remote edition of Socially Distanced, and because the higher the hair, the closer to God, I'm Brian Noonan. I am sitting in the parking lot of my local Goodwill store where I just came to drop off a carload of donations. Now, that is not virtue signaling, it is just me telling you what's happening because I got to see arrogance and privilege and just horrific behavior evidenced right in front of me. Now, the reason I'm at the Goodwill with a lot of things to donate is because, as you might remember, we are getting ready to move our daughter to New Orleans. She moved back. Well, she moved from New York and accepted a job in New Orleans, but has not, while she started the job remotely, she's moving. So we're in the process of going through the boxes that she brought back from New York, getting rid of things that she no longer wanted so we could donate them. Thankfully, Goodwill is back open, accepting donations, and I go to Goodwill because it's convenient. I know they resell the stuff. People have different feelings about it, but that's where we come. So I'm not going to argue about where I donate things. Not that you were ready to argue, but in case you were, that's that. So anyway, I get all the stuff and load it up, and I bring it all here to Goodwill, which is fine. Now, things have changed at the Goodwill Donation Center, where there's a single file line of cars, and instead of everybody pulling up in the lot and just kind of grabbing a cart and dumping their stuff in, you wait your turn, as people do anywhere from preschool through adulthood. You wait your turn, and your car pulls up. When you get close to the attendants, you get out, load your things into the bin, and the attendant says, do you want a receipt? The usual thing when you are making a donation, which is all well and good. So I get in line, and I'm waiting patiently, because I know, where else do I have to be? I'm waiting. I get up, and now I am the second car. The guy in front of me starts unloading, and out of the corner of my eye, my peripheral vision, which is exemplary, to be quite honest. Every other part of me is falling apart, but my peripheral vision is phenomenal. I see a woman walk up. She's got a white plastic grocery bag and two purses. She's a woman in maybe her, I'm going to say mid to late 40s, early 50s. Does not matter her age. Also really doesn't matter her race, but she's a white woman and she seems like a Karen. Okay? And the reason I say she seems like a Karen is because as she approaches the attendant, who is busy helping the man in front of me get his things into the bins and making sure everything runs smoothly, she begins to argue with him because he tells her, ma'am, you have to wait your turn. You have to go back to your car. She says, I did not get out of my car. Now, anybody with two eyes, or quite frankly, even a pirate with a patch and sketchy vision in the other eye, saw her park her white Toyota Land Cruiser outside of the line, going the other way, and walk up. She stands there complaining. Blah, blah, blah. She doesn't have time. She doesn't want to wait. Basically, she's saying she's better than everybody else. Which, of course, because she's a Karen, is a common thought process. She's better than everybody else. Her time is more important than anybody else. This coming from a guy who is so impatient, the microwave takes too long for him. But I knew I was willing to wait in line to make my donation. Finally, she huffs and puffs, and she starts to walk away. Then I don't know if the guy in front of me said something to her or not, but she spins on her heels, walks back, and sets her bag and her two purses in the back of his vehicle, and then storms away. So he throws them in the bin with the rest of his recyclables. I see him talking to the attendant. They're both shaking their head. He pulls away. I get up, and I load my stuff. The guy asked me, hey, do you want a receipt? Sure, that'd be great. And I said, it was sure nice to see that woman was more important than everybody else. And he was like, yeah, I can't believe it. I told her she had to wait in her car. She told me she didn't get out of her car. I saw her get out of her car. Like, yeah, I know. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Have a good day. And that's that. But come on, folks. Nobody's more important than anybody else. Especially we're all here trying to do, a nice thing, a thing that helps us because it gets rid of stuff in our house that we don't need without throwing it away and filling up landfills. Maybe what I donate today will help somebody down the road. I don't know. You don't really get big tax write-offs for it anymore, so I don't do it for that. I do it because I don't want to throw things in the garbage that are still good, but we just don't need them anymore. So I don't know, it just infuriated me, and it should infuriate you. If you are that Karen, if you are someone who acts like that Karen, if you think that your time is more important than everybody else's time, guess what? You're wrong. You're not curing coronavirus. You're not curing cancer. You're not helping me figure out what the hell to do with this hair, because it is getting to pompadour phase. Do you like it? It's almost Elvis Wayne Newton. It's getting big, and I gotta be honest, I'm digging it. All right. Listen, I'm going to roll because I got to go bear witness to other bad behavior in the world. Hopefully, I don't see any and I don't have to report back, but you know who you are. You're out there, and I'm going to find you. All right, until next time, stay safe. Stay at home as much as possible. Stay considerate of other people. And as always, stay socially distant. Bye.